for football now from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Defense. Automatic first down.
A run up the middle with one. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's a Steeler first down.
For a Steelers first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Cooper on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, Gainwell. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
Second and a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 1. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Gain of 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. The veteran Darius Slay, he's there on the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Love. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. This one complete down the field to Golden. 20 yards on that pass play. First down, Packers.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
The catch is made. This is Tucker Pratt. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
18 more yards.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
11-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was brought down by Darius Slay. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 6-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That's the 4th time All-Pro T.J. Watt getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
To throw is Love. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This a 31-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Play action. Rodgers. He'll get that to Jalen Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. I mean, he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On third down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Packers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
Terrific
yards.
start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards.
14 on the pickup. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Steeler first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Now Gainwell. Whoa! And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Still 3rd down.
Throwing, Rodgers. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. He'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Golden. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
3rd and 10. Here's Love to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A former All-Pro, Jalen Ramsey, coming off the corner blitz to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, the Packers turned over to Daniel Whelan to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. To return is Williams. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. The pressure too much, and he goes down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Warren, running left. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on 1st down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Third and long for Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job. It is fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On first down, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Packers first down. A gain of 15. First down, Packers.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
From the 38 now, here's second and 7. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Packers.
First down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 41, here's second and 4. To throw is Love. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They get 15 on that game. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Quick throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open, so the incompletion brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 6. Throwing is Love. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will tie the game at 6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A pick up there of 19 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st and 10.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run the draw with Warren. Room to run again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
15 more yards.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Well, here he is just
36-yard
taking
line.
over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
He'll step up and run, taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
19 more yards. That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
To the goal line and in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will go up by 7.
Steelers 13, Packers 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Williams now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll be looking to answer back. They trail 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 46. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll run the toss to Jacobs. Room to run at the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
18 yards on the pickup there.
Packers.
1st down, Packers.
1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Green Bay.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And 3rd down coming up. Here's Love. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Gainwell to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
1. Rodgers to throw. He had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Rodgers now. He's going to look for the home run goal.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
And the Packers 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion goes Dobbs. Here's Jacobs. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Love. The outside. It's brought in by Golden. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. On play action, Love. He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
First down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it, as you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6. It starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt, saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Steelers 13.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Steelers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Second and inches. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
1st down for Aaron. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league. And barring something dramatic here happening, that field goal should take us into the break all tied up. So this one obviously could go either way. I'm really excited to see, Mike, which team comes out of the halftime break, makes some adjustments on both sides of the ball to try to give themselves the edge.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That one caught. He finds Golden. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Packers.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Packers.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO. This is Dobbs. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and
8. To throw is Luck. That's to Dobbs again. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
We'll take this in back at the 16. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Steelers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers. taken in left side by Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On the ground, this is 1. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A run with Gainwell. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Brought down back at the 43-yard
Some defensive
line.
ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
The shotgun, it's A-Rod. Metcalf with the grab. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Will get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
In trouble, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 16.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
That's into the hands of his receiver, Skoranek. Those time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and the first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They'll run here with Gainwell. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
It's third and
Clearly
10.
trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
On third down, Rodgers to the sideline. Nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Jabril Peppers up from his safety spot to bring him down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On 2nd down, Love. There's that man again. Another catch. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Turnover on down.
4th down, you want to make sure you give your quarterback the option to keep the ball in his hands, and that's exactly what they decided to do, and the defense was ready. They played assignment football. Everyone did their job, and they come up with a huge 4th down stop.
The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On play action, Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10. It's Rodgers. That is caught. What a throw. Roman Wilson. Touchdown Steelers.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead.
Packers 16.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Williams now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Now Jacobs into the secondary past the 40. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
A couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
A good play action with Love. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Packers.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
13-yard line.
Love firing to Golden. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's Jacobs. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4.
The 4-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Second down throw for Love. And he'll take it on in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
26. Packers 23.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gainwell to return. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Rodgers now. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple. Play action now with Rodgers. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Boswell now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Packers 23. Chris Boswell to kick
Boswell
off
now
Pittsburgh.
following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
First down. It's a game.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He'll step up and run this. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
This is taken in by Dobbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
4 yards.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
19-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Second and 7. Now Love. The second down throw is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision.
Here comes Brandon McManus in a pressure situation. This to get back to a one-possession game.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On the ground, Gainwell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stop him for no gain.
2nd down, Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
The shotgun, it's A-Rod. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. The slot man in motion right. Running is Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
In motion goes Dobbs. From the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The middle with Warren. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers are able to extend the lead.
Steelers 40, Packers 26.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Williams now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back to work. to throw it on first down. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Open space to the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Packers.
A gain of 19 yards.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and
bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
that's another Packers first down. First and goal, Green Bay.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
Up second and goal.
Come a little closer. Here's second and goal. Wilson is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers will cut the deficit to 7. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Gainwell to return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On third down, Rodgers. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
On first and 10, it's Warren. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
Here's third and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got it at the 7. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal coming up. They're able to convert on third and 2.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Here's Gainwell. Stop at the 6. And that sets up third and goal. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on third and goal. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Third and goal for Aaron Rodgers.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. We give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball. and keeps him short from picking up the first down.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up for 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Golden, right side. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, you have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
Gain of 12.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
14 more yards.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
14. First down, Packers.
Here's Love to throw. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be run out short of the line of scrimmage, so let's call it a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
In motion, it's Golden. A second down throw for Love. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Love. Big strides. Look at him go. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
For a Packers first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now, first and goal. To throw is Love. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Rodgers will take a knee, and that should do it. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.